Guys, and welcome back into my kitchen. Today we're going to make a dessert, and it would be a great holiday dessert. We got Easter coming up, but it would do fine for any time. It doesn't have to be a holiday. But this is called let me get this closer. There we go. This is called a strawberry cream cheese cobbler. Now you go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And I already got started with some of the ingredients in this bowl. And I've got a cup of all-purpose flour, a cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of salt, and so far that's all that's gone in. Now I'm going to add a cup of milk, and 1 egg that's been lightly beaten. Also, you're going to melt a stick of butter and put it in a 3-quart casserole dish, which would probably be, like a 9 by 13. Whoa. There goes my egg. I got part of it in my casserole dish. I'm just going to stir this stuff up. Kind of lumpy looking, isn't it? It's okay. It'll all bake out. Now when I was getting my flour and stuff, I accidentally got some in my dish, and I'm just gonna, in my casserole dish, so I'm gonna get what I can out. Alright. Now, alright, what I'm going to do, I think this is pretty much mixed. There's some lumps in here, but they'll bake out. They will bake out. You just want to make sure that the egg and the baking powder and salt and everything, the sugar and flour, everything's mixed in real well. And just don't be real concerned about the lumps. If you've got any great big lumps, try to mash them out. But if they're just little bitty ones, they're going to bake out. Alright, now I'm going to set that aside for a minute. Remember, there's a little bit of flour in here. I tried to get most of it out, but I still got some in here. I melted a whole stick of butter, and I'm going to put it down in this dish, this 3-quart casserole, which is, I think, a 9 by 13. I'm not sure. All I know is it's 3 quarts. I didn't take a tape measure and make sure that it was a 9 by 13, but it appears to be. I've used it before as a 9 by 13 dish, so I'm pretty sure it is. Alright, I'm fussy about getting stuff out of things, so trying to get as much of that butter out as I can. Now, all you're going to do, let me get this evened out in here. You're going to take the bowl of flour and stuff, the mixture you just had, and you're going to pour it in here. But you are not going to stir it once it goes in. You're just going to pour it in. Just like that. Get it all in there, and you are not going to stir it. Now I have washed and taken the tops off 2 pounds of strawberries. The original recipe, I saw this recipe, by the way, on the internet, and I couldn't wait to try it. So I thought, well, I'm going to share it with you all, and we'll find out together how good this is. Alright. So, let me get this out of the way. 2 quarts, I'm sorry. The original recipe said 2 quarts. But I think it's wrong. I got 2 1-pound packages. And I'm just going to stick these strawberries in here, point side up. I don't know which way to put them, but I think they'd look prettier this way. And get them in there the best I can. And I'm going to fill this thing up with the strawberries. And then we'll be back. Excuse me. This was, I think I told you already, 2 16-ounce packages of strawberries. Even though the recipe called for 2 quarts, I'm sorry, that's just way too many. The next thing that it says to do, and you can see my cream cheese right here, is to take 4 ounces of cream cheese and just kind of sprinkle it over the top. Well, I'm just going to take it off like this and just drop it here and there. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to use more than 4 ounces, because the last recipe that I did that called for 4 ounces of cream cheese, it just wasn't enough. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle this cream cheese on here. And when I get done, when it gets done to my satisfaction, some of these strawberries didn't stand up like they were supposed to. And if yours do that, don't worry about it. I mean, it'll all work out. I'll bring you back when I get through. Okay, I am through with the putting the cream cheese on, and I wanted to show you how it looks. And I used just maybe a hair over half of an 8-ounce block would be 4 ounces. So I'd use probably just a hair over that. Now I'm going to put it in a 350-degree oven, and for 45 minutes, the recipe says. But if the top gets golden brown and it's bubbling around the sides, it's done. So we'll be back when that happens. Well, hi guys, our cobbler's done, and here it is. It doesn't look a whole lot like a cobbler, but it is finished. I left mine in there 50 minutes just because I wanted it to be browner. And I've let it cool about 15. It's just good and warm now. And it doesn't look like cobbler, but it looks like a cobbler cake. It looks delicious. And I'm going to be the taster. So, and you see how clean it came out. Can you see that? Let me see. Show you. Get down in there. Whoa, right there. No sticking, no nothing. So here's our cobbler. Sort of. I'm going to move it over. There we go. Let's get a nice little taste of this. Mmm. Oh, it's so good. I didn't get any of that cream cheese, but I'm going to. Mmm. I just did it so good, y'all. Give it a try. The recipe will be down below. Thank you for coming in, spending part of your day with me. Give me a thumbs up if you like this recipe, and please subscribe if you haven't. Let me get you over here where this cobbler is. Until next time, you all take care.